Shalom Israel, shalom, shalom. Right, this brother Amaziah. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. By Shema Mashiach, woman like Yahweh Shad. Right, and I want to give a hearty shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children in this truth. Right, actually wanting to serve the Lord in sincerity, doing the law, statutes, and commandments. Right, doing the things that pleases the Most High, abstaining from the world. Right, trying to kill the old man. Right, and walking in the ways of the Lord. Right, and I want to do this video, right? Because you know what I'm saying, brothers, they come into this truth, they think about the kingdom, right? They think about having Esau under their damn feet, right? Think about all the things to come, right? But hey, it's much sorrow that's coming with this truth, man, right? And we got to deal with it, right? You can't just jump past all the sorrow, the death, the famine, and all these things that's coming on the earth and just go straight into the kingdom, man, right? Hey, it's great death coming on the earth, right? Let me get this real quick. Right here, the book of Revelation, chapter 10 and verse 8, right? Because, hey, everybody, when we come into this truth, right, you got the zeal, right? You understand that you the chosen people, right? You understand that, hey, you the greatest people on the earth. You understand that you over all these other nations, right? You understand, you know who your God is, right? You understanding all these things, right? You getting your heritage back. You're not keeping damn Christmas no more. Now you're keeping the feast days, right? You order a mitri, right? You got your fringes, right? You getting back into your heritage, right? You understanding all these things, right? You got the zeal, right? You telling your damn grandma, telling your damn uncle, your sisters, your brothers, right? Trying to tell them about this truth, right? You understanding these things, but what? It's the book of Revelation, chapter 10 and verse 8. And the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again and said, Go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth, right? And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And what's that little book, right? Hey, this the little book, right? The words of the Lord, right? It says, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey, right? And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter, right? And what are they eating, right? They eating the words of the Lord. Let me get a precept. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119. And verse number 103, right? It says, How sweet are thy words unto my taste, right? Yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth, right? So hey, he was eating the words of the Lord. It was sweet as honey to his mouth, man, right? It's sweet. What's sweet when you read these words, right? Knowing that you're the chosen people, right? Knowing that you're the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is for you, right? Knowing that the Lord died for you, knowing that the Lord looked just like you, knowing that, hey, you're going to have these people in captivity, how they had us in captivity, knowing you're going to rule over your oppressors, man, right? Hey, that's sweet in your mouth, right? That's what gets you this zeal when you first come into this truth. But what? Let's go back to Revelation. Chapter 10, I'm going to start at verse 10, right? And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, right? He took the Bible, right? Took the words of the Lord and ate it up, right? He receiving it. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey, right? And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter, right? Why was it bitter? Because it's much sorrow that comes with this truth, man, right? You got to forsake the world, right? You got to forsake your old friends. You might have to forsake family, right? You got to put down the things that you was doing. You might have been a damn celebrity in the world, right? You got to forsake all that and come back to this truth, man, right? Come back to the words of the Lord, right? So, hey, that gets bitter, man, right? Understand that people got to die for this truth, right? People might be martyrs in this thing, right? It's famine coming on the earth. All hell breaking loose, man. Hey, all these things, it gets bitter, man, right? But we got to stay on this straight and narrow path, man, right? We can't get swayed left and right, right? Let me get this precept. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 17, right? Because this is going into Esdras, right? Seeing all the things that's about to come on the earth, right? He said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, right? Hey, Edris said, who gonna deliver me, man? Right? Who the hell is gonna save me out of all the trouble that's gonna come on the earth? Right? It says, the beginning of sorrows, right? The beginning of sorrows, right? Ain't nothing good that's gonna come on the earth, man. Right? It's not gonna be damn hugs and kisses. Damn, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can keep going to the damn football, basketball games, right? Keep going to the damn clubs and partying and doing all these things that you thought was all good, man, right? It said it's beginning of sorrows, Salakia. It says, and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, right? That's what's gonna get lead into my to this lesson, man. Right? It's great death coming on the earth, right? And I want to ask brothers, are you really ready to die for this truth, man? Would you die for this truth? Right? Because hey, men gonna have to die for this truth, man. Right? And it's gonna all come down to, do you really got faith in the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? To die for this truth. Right, let me get this. The book of Revelation. Right? Because it's gonna come down to faith. Do you truly believe, or are you gonna fold when that tribulation come? Right? When the Most High put you through that fire. Are you gonna fold, or are you gonna stay 10 toes down for the name of, for the words of the Lord? For the Lord, man. Right? Let me get this. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. And the Lord said, don't fear none of these things, right? Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. It says, be thou faithful unto death. It said, hold on, let me read that again. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life, right? So you got to be faithful unto death, man, right? That's why you got to be constantly meditating on these words. Like it's saying in the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8, the book of Psalms, chapter 1 and verse 2, right? And you got to be constantly meditating on these things, man. The book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1. And you got to be constantly meditating, right? So you can be faithful, and you know that the Lord's going to save you in those days. Let me read that one more time. Book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer, right? Because it's things we're going to have to suffer when all hell break loose. Somebody might get thrown into the FEMA camps, thrown in jail, right? All hell breaking loose. You might be down, locked up in somebody's basement, right? It's just a lot, man, right? It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, right? And you get tried by the Lord, man. He want to see if you going to fold, or is you going to stay 10 toes down, right? It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, right? It's not just literally 10 days, right? It's a complete, that's a number of completion, man, right? Who knows how long that's going to be, right? And the Lord's trying you. He's trying to see what you're going to do, right? It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So the Lord is basically saying, hey, you're going to have a reward if you stay 10 toes down. Even if you got to die for this thing, hey, you're going to get that crown of life. You're going to get that everlasting life, man. Only if you keep the faith, right? Let me get another precept. That's what it boils down to, man. Is you going to have the faith in this thing. It's the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 38, right? It says, for I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principality, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in the Mashiach Yahushua, our Lord, man, right? It said, hey, death, ain't none of these things gonna separate us, man, right? We gonna keep the faith to death, man, right? He said, be thou faithful unto death, right? Can't none of these things move me, right? You had a damn shotgun to my head, right? We went in line for the damn guillotine, right? And we gonna be faithful unto death, man, right? Ain't none of these things gonna move us, right? Because we know that we have a crown waiting for us in the kingdom, man, right? Let me get another precept. So let's see what the brother Job did when he was tried, right? Everybody know that Job got tried, right? He had the damn riches. He had the big family. He had the cattle, right? He had all these things, man, right? But the Lord tried him. And let's see what he said. It's the book of Job, chapter 2 and verse number, that's what I want. I think I want 8. I'm gonna read it. The book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 8. And said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse Yahweh and die. Right? She was going the hell off. Right? Telling her to blaspheme in the name of the Lord. He said, but he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh? And shall we not receive evil? And all this Job sin, Job not Salakia, and all this did not Job sin with his lips, man. Right? So he's saying, hey, can we get all good and not get evil from the Lord also? Right? So brothers gonna have to go through hell, man. Gonna have to go through that fire. Cause the Lord wanna try you. He wanna see if you're gonna really be faithful, man. Right? Is you gonna really call on the name of the Lord when it's affliction, or you gonna fold? Right? And the Lord want to see what you're going to do, man, right? And just like we got to try people, right? Try new brothers, right? You might have to, you court your, the sister that you want to probably marry, right? And the Lord trying us, man, to see, hey, is you really in this thing? That's what he want to know. Are you really in this thing, or are you going to fold when the tribulation come, right? Because he not dealing with brothers that's going to fold, right? Let me get another precept. Actually, let me get this real quick too. Salakia, nah, I ain't gonna get that. Salakia. Let me get this other precept. Right? Let me bring this out. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastising, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons, right? For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not? Hey, so the Lord, he's just like, he's a father to us, man, right? And so he gonna put us through certain things, right? Because he loves us, man, right? He want us to truly serve him, man. He wants us to know, are we really serving him, or are we serving this world, or are we serving Satan, right? So he had to put us through that fire, just to see. Just like I read, he tried Job, man. He had all those things, but he still didn't. He didn't sin with his lips, man. Right? He still kept faith in the Most High Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, man. And if you kept reading in Job, he said, "The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away." Right? He know that the Lord did all those things, right? So he not gonna fold. He gonna keep the faith, right? So let me read that again. It says, book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 7. If ye endure, right? If ye endure, you gotta endure the chastising, man, right? You can't just break down and just fall in to what the hell they doing, man. You gotta endure the chastising because you know it's from the Lord, man. It says, if ye endure chastising, Yahweh dealeth with you, right? And then the Lord gonna be dealing with you. He not dealing with you if you just fold, man. If you don't endure through the chastising, man, right? Then the Lord say, let me get this. It's a classic. Everybody know this, but let me bring it out. The book of Matthew chapter 15 and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, right? Hey, your end might be death, right? Hey, that might be your end. You're going to have to get put to death. He said, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. If you endure to the end, right? You got to endure the chastising that the Lord putting on you, right? Even if that's to death. That's why I brought out, hey, death, and none of these things going to separate us, right, from the love of the Lord. Hamashiach, Wamalaki Hawashai. Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai, man, right? So you got to endure the chastising, right? Going into, you got to keep the faith, man, right? You can't break down. Let me get this. And this is what the Lord said about you enduring the temptation, right? This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, right? And he said you blessed if you endure the temptation, right? Even just now, man, right? Car might break down, right? You lose your damn worldly friends, right? They all hell breaking loose, right? You can't pay your rent, right? All these things going on, and you blessed if you endure that temptation, right? Not fold and then go back into the world trying to sell some drugs to make some quick money, right? Hey, no, man, you got to stay 10 toes down, right? Call on the name of the Lord. Cast all your cares upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Who loveth you, right? Who cares for you, who will give it for you, right? And he said, blessed is the man that endured temptation. For when he is tried, right? You might get tried, right? When Jacob Trouble kick off, right? You in the damn FEMA camp, they trying to push the damn pork on you, right? They telling you to denounce the name of the Lord. If you don't, you're going into the guillotine, right? Hey, for when he is tried, right, you're going to get tried, right? It says, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord had promised to them that love him. Then you're going to get that crown, man, right? See how much, you're going to get that crown, man, right? Which is the kingdom, right? Which is dominion, right? Which is rulership. If you endure the temptation, man, which one of those temptations might have to be death, man. Hey, you might have a gun to your head. What are you going to do? Are you going to just say, I don't know the Lord, like Peter did? Or are you going to stay 10 toes down, man? Let me get this real quick. Right? Because it's prophesied for brothers to get killed in this thing, man. Brothers going to have to be martyrs in this thing. Let's bring it out. So brothers should already be meditating that, hey, this thing it's gonna have to come to pass, man. We don't know who gonna be the martyrs, right? I don't know if I'm gonna be a martyr myself, right? But I'm already preparing my mind so that, hey, if these things come, hey, the Lord already prophesied that this thing will happen, right? So you don't be surprised. You already meditate on these things. You already know that some of these things gonna happen. Let me get this. Matthew chapter 8 and verse 9. I'm gonna just start at 9. The book of Matthew chapter 20. Book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, right? And shall kill you, right? Hey, you're gonna be delivered up to be afflicted, right? You might get delivered up by your own friends, even in this truth, right? Who wasn't really in this thing, right? They come and knock on their door, right? They asking where so and so and so and so at, right? And they give in, man, and tell them your exact location, right? Now you getting delivered up to be afflicted, asking you all these questions. They might have you in damn chains like this, right? Hey, they in it, they doing the damn thing, man, right? And they gonna then they kill you, right? Hey, that's prophesied, right? Book of Matthew chapter 24. It said, let me read it again. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, right? And brothers are already getting hated. They're on the Southern Poverty damn law, right? Damn everybody, all these Israelite names on the list, man, right? Talking about they hatred groups, right? But we just trying to wake up our people, man, right? And the Lord already told us that we're going to be hated of all men for his name's sake, right? All the prophets was hated, right? Getting killed by being killed by their own people, man, right? Getting killed by these other nations, right? Because they preaching this truth. They speaking the downfall, right? Let me get this other precept, right? And people hate it because we out here speaking the downfall of America, right? Speaking against all these damn wicked ass things they doing on the earth, right? Speaking that it's another king, man, Yahushua, right? Speaking against the damn president and all the things that they pushing, right? Speaking that this place get bombed, right, by these other nations, right? And we speaking all these things, right? And they hate it. Let me get this. What I want. Galatians chapter 4 and verse number 16. It says, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth, right? Hey, these people coming, they are enemies now, right? The only people in the world, right? They becoming your enemy because you telling them the truth, right? Now they might be the ones that deliver you up to be afflicted, right? Just because you telling them the truth. You telling them they're Israelite. You telling them they got to stop eating the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You telling the sisters they got to put on dresses. You telling the brothers, hey, you got to go out there and do the work, right? Tell them to come out the damn club, stop whoring out your women. Hey, you going to be an enemy because you speak this truth, man, right? And those going to be the people that deliver you up, right? Because they don't give a damn, right? They want to serve Satan than the Lord. They want to serve the damn world, right? And it's nothing in the world but damn lust, fornication, evil, lasciviousness, right? Concupiscence, right? It's nothing good in the world, man. Damn, nothing but damn temptation, right? So, hey, just because you speak this truth, hey, you becoming the enemy now, right? And I'm led to believe, man, these damn FBI agents and all that, they got brothers' pictures all on the wall, man, like you see in the damn movies. Got the damn, probably a damn, they think who the leader is. Then they got the people down. Then they got, you know what I'm saying? They got it all in order, man. Trying to take brothers out, right? So, hey, it's prophesied for brothers to get put to death in this thing. All right, let me get into the precept. But it's nothing to fear, man, because the Lord already told us that these things will happen. All right, let me get this. That's why I was saying, like earlier, man, we got to meditate on these things. Because it ain't nothing to fear when the Lord already told us these things will happen. Let's see what I want. Psalm chapter 72 and verse 14. All right, the book of Psalm chapter 72 and verse 14. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, right? And the Lord gonna still deal with you if you die for this thing. He said he gonna redeem your soul from deceit and violence, man, right? Because you already, your flesh is perished away, right? But your soul, which goeth up to the third heaven, right? And he gonna redeem you, right? He says, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. So your blood gonna be precious in the sight of the Lord. Why? Because you didn't denounce the name of the Lord, right? And you stayed 10 toes down. You stayed in this truth, man, right? You stayed faithful unto death, right? You endured until the end, right? So precious is your blood in the sight of the Lord. Let me get another precept on that. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 116 and verse number 15, right? It says, precious in the sight of the Lord is the depth of his saints, right? So, hey, the Lord said, we already know who the saints is, right? It's the Israelites. Psalm chapter 148 and verse 14, right? The book of Revelation chapter 14 verse 12, right? The book of Psalms chapter 50 and 5, or 50 and 2. So like I think it's 50 and 2. Double check on that. 50 and 5, right? Hey, he said, let me read it again. Psalms 116 to 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the depth of his saints, man. Right? So, hey, when you actually die for this truth, being an Israelite, right? Your blood is precious in the eyes of the Lord, man. Right? Because he know you died for a cause, man. Right? You died for Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, man. You didn't fold in the day of affliction and denounce the name of the Lord. Hey, that's the worst thing you could do. You denounce the name of the Lord. Let me get this real quick. This is the book of Revelation chapter 6 and verse number 9, right? Going into another prophecy that some brothers gonna have to get put to death in this thing. It says, and when he opened the fifth seal, right, which is the next seal, right? We in the fourth seal right now, right? Hey, the next seal, what? Jacob's trouble. Right? All hell breaking loose. And what else? We're going to read it. It says, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High. Right? And for the testimony which they held. Right? Hey, the fifth seal, right, is brothers that's going to have to get put to death. Why? For the words of the Most High, man. Right? Brothers out there preaching the word on the highways and byways, on the four corners of the earth. And some of them brothers gonna have to get put to death, man. Let me read it again. They said, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High and for the testimony which they held. Reading on, verse 10, and when they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth, man? Right? So these souls that got slain for the word, and they want vengeance, man. Right? For the people that slain them, man. For speaking the words of the Lord. Well, what the Lord said. He said, and white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them, and that they shall rest yet for a little while, and to their fellow servants also, and their brethren that shall be killed as they were shall be fulfilled, right? So it's gonna be many men that's gonna have to be martyrs, right, for this truth, right? Let me pull that up real quick. What a martyr is, Salakia. Let me pull this up real quick. Get my computer to start. Let's see what is a martyr. Let's see. Salakia, bear with me. Let's see what a martyr is. Right, this martyr in the Webster Dictionary, it says a person who voluntarily suffers death as the penalty of witnessing to and refusing to renounce a religion. See that? It says a person who sacrifices something of great value, and especially life itself, for the sake of principle, right? And what's our principle? Hey, the law, statutes, and commandments, right? Hey, how about Shimmy Hawashad? And we not renouncing, right, this truth, man, right? Being an Israelite, being God's chosen people, right? So, hey, brothers gonna have to be martyrs in this thing, right? Cause, hey, that's what prophesied. It's prophesied for that to happen, right? The brothers gonna have to be martyrs, man, right? Refusing to renounce a religion, refusing to renounce the words of the Lord, or you gonna denounce the words of the Lord, right? Or you gonna say, I hate the Most High when all hell break loose, right? I'm not an Israelite. You damn rip your fringes off and you rip your beard off, right? And you throw the meat tree on the ground. Hey, that's off, brother. You can't do that, right? You gotta stay 10 toes down. Be a martyr in this thing if it come down to it, right? Being faithful unto death, right? That's why I'm making this video, man, right? Because, hey, all of these things gonna have to come to pass, man. And are you really ready for this thing, right? Because it's already prophesied for these things to happen. So I gotta exhort brothers, right, and let brothers know through these scriptures that, hey, these things is coming, right? Let me get another precept. Going into brothers getting slain for the word, right? For why? Speaking this word. This is the book of John, chapter 17 and verse number 16. It says, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world, right? It's talking about the men of the Lord. It says, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world, right? It says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is thy truth, right? Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world, right? Us being apostles, man, going out there and do the work, right? Going out there and speaking, thus said the Lord, right? Because they hated the Lord, right? So they gonna hate us just like they hated the Lord, man, because we speaking the same things the Lord taught us, right? Because we all one, right? It says, this verse 21, it says, that they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, right? So he want us to be one, right? Us being on one accord, us speaking the same things, man, right? That the world may believe that thou hast sent me, man, right? So hey, we gonna speak thus saith the Lord, right? Because we all one, right? But what? They gonna slaying us for the words of the Lord, just like how they did Yahweh Shai, right? Hey, the servant is not greater than his master, man. Right? The master not greater than his servants. Hey, we got to go through the same things, man. Let me get this another precept. It's the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse number 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. Right? And what's the will? Right? Let me get that real quick. What's the will of the Most High? It's a classic. And I'm gonna pull it anyway. Salakia. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 40 and verse 8. It says, I delight to do thy will. Oh my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart. Right? So the will of the Most High is doing his law, statutes, and commandments. Going out there and preaching his word, man. Preaching the same thing. So it says we not of this world, right? Because the things that's in the world, right, is what? Lust, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, right? It's not of the Father, man, right? And what we out there doing? Speaking against all those things, right? Telling the brothers, hey, you only can have one wife, not one wife, but hey, brother, you can't be lusting out, doing being a damn whoremonger, man, right? Get out the damn clubs, right? Get out, stop doing all these things that's in the world, man. Stop smoking the damn weed, right? Just trying to get high, right? Rolling up backwoods, getting drunk out your damn mind, right? Eve drinking this damn Casamigos and doing all this damn badness, man, right? We speaking against those things. Telling them to come out of the world and come back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, right? But hey, what? They want to slay us for that. Brothers coming up the camp with guns, trying to fight, bug the hell out their damn mind, man, right? But hey, the Lord already prophesied that things gonna happen. Let me get this. Because all hell break loose when brothers be out there on the highways and byways, speaking this damn word. It's the book of Acts, chapter 17, and verse in verse 5. Yeah, the book of Acts chapter 17 and verse 5. But the Jews which believed not, right, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren into the rulers of the city, crying, these that have turned the world upside down are come hither also. Right? So hey, they caused a damn uproar for these men that were speaking the words of the Lord, saying that these the men that turned the world upside down. Right? How did they turn the world upside down? Right? For speaking the thus said the Lord, speaking against all the madness they was speaking, man. The acts that they was doing, the works that they was doing, man. Right? Turning the whole world upside down, causing a damn uproar, causing a damn tumult, right? And that's what brothers doing on the highways and byways. You always got damn scoffers, brothers trying to come up and fight, trying to throw stuff at us, right? Hey, brother trying to pull guns, right? Hey, we turning the whole world upside down, man, right? Speaking the downfall of America, right? Death to America, man. Hey, we speaking all these things, right? Let me get this other precept. Because didn't the prophets speak these things? Or did they speak peace and prosperity? Everything gonna be all right. Damn, rub me your damn back. Like everything gonna be all good. No, man. Right? They spoke death and destruction. Let me get this precept real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied it both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence, right? And that's what the men of the Lord are doing today, right? They said the prophets of old, and they spoke against many countries, against kingdoms, right? Against evil, against of evil and of pestilence, man, right? And the people don't want to hear that, right? Because they love this damn world, right? They want this world to continue forever, right? But it's wicked as hell, right? So the Lord already prophesied that this place got to go, right? But they hate us, man, right? And they want us to get delivered up, to be afflicted, to be killed, because we turn the whole world upside down for speaking this truth, man, right? But going into what I was saying earlier, hey, brothers got to have the faith, man, right? You got to stand 10 toes down, right? Truly believing that the Lord is going to deliver you, right? And you're going to get that crown of life, right? So now I'm going to go into a couple accounts of our forefathers. Let's see what they did, right? We got to look back at the days of old. Let me get that real quick. Deuteronomy. Right? It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. It says, remember the days of old, right? Consider the years of many generations. Hey, the Lord said, remember the days of old. The only way you can get that counsel of your forefathers is if you open up this book and read, man. Hey, the so-called white man school system is not going to teach you about your forefathers. All they're going to teach you about is what? Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, right? And you're not going to learn anything from them, right? They didn't have to face affliction. They didn't serve the words of the Lord, man. It says, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. It says, ask thy father, and he will show thee, and thy elders, and he will tell thee, right? So the Lord said, remember the days of old. So we got to go into the accounts of our forefathers and see how did they deal with the tribulation. How did they deal with when they was facing death, right? What did they do? Did they fold and denounce the name of the Lord, or did they become a martyr in this thing, right? Let's see what they did. Let me get one more precept on that. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse number 2 and verse number 10. It says, look at the generations of old. See that? It's saying the same thing. It says, look at the generations of old. So you got to look into the accounts of your forefathers, man. That's why brothers always exhort the brothers. Hey, you got to always be reading, man. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Right? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction, man. Right? Say the Lord will save you in the time of affliction, right? That's why you got to look back at the generations of old and see, hey, did they fold when all hell break loose, or did they stay 10 toes down and the Lord delivered them, right? And these are things that, like I was brought out earlier, you got to meditate on these things, right? So when you're going through these afflictions, okay, Job did this. Yeah, he didn't fold. He said, well, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, right? And Job didn't sin with his lips, man, right? None of our forefathers, they folded, man, right? They didn't fold, right? It says, but what? Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands and the sinners that go two ways. It says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended, right? So you can't be fearful in this thing, man. All hell break loose, you sitting in the damn corner with your knees up to your chest, right? Not with your hands like this, not knowing what the hell to rocking back and forth, not knowing what the hell to do, right? Hey, brother, go call on the name of the Lord, man, right? Hey, the Lord is our tower, man. Let me get that real quick. It's right? You can't have the spirit of fear in this thing, man. Let me get that real quick. It's the book of 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, for the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, right? So, hey, the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, man, right? Hey, let's go back and read that real quick. It says, Sirach chapter 2 and verse 2 and verse 12, it says, woe be to the faithful, Salakia, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands and the sinners that go two ways, right? Hey, the Lord said death and destruction to the fearfuls, to the ones that's fearful, man. Scared as hell for the things that's gonna come to pass, right? You might fall out this thing because you don't want to go through the affliction, right? But hey, the Lord, hey, you gonna have to go through it either way it go, man. It says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands and the sinners that go two ways. Woe unto him that is it's like it. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, right? And that's what it's gonna fall down to. Do you really believe in this truth, man? Or you just in it because it's something cool to do? Or you just in it because you wanna rib? Or you just in it because the friend just look cool, right? You like the brotherhood, everything in order. Or do you truly believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? You actually believe in the words of the Lord. It says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended, right? And the Lord not going to defend you in those days. He's not going to be dealing with you in those days, man, right? Let me get a precept. Because this is what the Lord said. It's a classic, too. Brothers should know this one. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. And the Lord said, strive for the truth. What's the truth? Let me get that real quick. Another classic. I'm going to bring it out for the edification. Brothers might not know. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and 142. It says, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth, man, right? So, hey, the law is the truth. And the Lord says, strive for the truth unto death, man. And who else the truth? Yahweh Shai, he's the truth, right? So you got to strive for the truth unto death, man. You can't just denounce the name of the Lord, denounce this truth when all hell break loose. You got to strive for this truth, man, right? They try to offer you some damn pork, right? They tell you, just shave your beard a little bit, just shave it down, right? Bald your head, man. And you can't do these things, man. Throw your fringes away. Throw your Bibles away, right? Go ahead, lay down. Go ahead, lay down with her. She married, but her husband, he all the way across town, right? Hey, no, man. Hey, the Lord says, strive for the truth unto death, man. Let me read that again. The book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Hey, then the Lord gonna defend you. Then the Lord's gonna be on your side. Then the Lord might deliver you, man. You might be close to death. Your head might be in the damn guillotine, right? They might finna pull it down. Hey, but you call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? Hey, you stand faithful to death. Hey, the Lord might deliver you. The damn thing might not work no more, right? The brother might just start choking and he might just die, right? Hey, you never know what the Lord might do, man, right? But you stay faithful unto death, man. You know that, hey, these things gonna have to come to pass anyway. So I'm gonna just stay faithful and I'm gonna try to get that crown of life, man, as the Lord promised us, right? Not damn folding in a day of trouble, right? Just like, let me give you an example. Brothers get caught doing God knows what. You always got the damn first 48. They got damn. They slap down and say, hey, we got 10 years on you. You might have to serve 10 years in this jail, right? Only if you give us a name. They might slide them something. Only if you give us a name. Slide them a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? Circle the face. You know what I'm saying? Hey, brother might fold, man. Right? He denounced. He folded on his friend, man. You can't fold on the Lord, man. You got to stay 10 toes. I said that about 10 times in this video, but hey, it's true, man. You can't fold in this thing. Let me get another precept. All right? Let's go into our forefathers. Let's see what they did. All right? Let's see what our forefathers did in this thing. Let's see where I want to start. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 3, and verse number 10. It says, Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image, right? So Nebuchadnezzar set up this damn golden image that he wanted all these people to bow down to, right? Damn false idols, right? Let me get this real quick. Because it's nothing but a damn idol. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 96 and verse 5. It says, For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens, right? Every night, let me get this commandment real quick. We not serving damn idols, man. Salaki. Book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse number, I'm going to start at 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, right? Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Right? So the point is, hey, you should not bow down yourself or serve these other guys, man. So we finna see what our forefathers did when they was faced with affliction, man. Right? Did they bow down and denounce the name of the Lord, right? Or did they stand 10 toes down, right? Let's go into this thing. The book of Daniel, chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worship it, and whoso falleth not down and worship it, that he shall be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace, man. Right? So, hey, Nebuchadnezzar set out a decree. Hey, you gonna either bow down or you gonna go into this fiery furnace, man. Right? And let's see what our forefathers did. It says, There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the provinces of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image that thou hast set up. Right? So these three men, right, what you can read about in the Apocrypha, the three holy children, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right, which are Israelites, by the way, right? Hey, they not serving this golden image, right? They're not serving the damn false gods, right? It says, Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king, right? So Nebuchadnezzar like, hey, bring these men to me, right? Let's see if they really gonna fold, or is they really gonna bow down, is they gonna serve their God, right? Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at the time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And who is that? Yahweh. It's like, who is that? Yeah, who is that, the Most High, that shall deliver you out of my hands? Right? So, hey, Nebuchadnezzar trying to talk that smack, man. Right? Saying that, hey, when I throw you in this fiery furnace, man, who gonna deliver you, man? Right? Who gonna save you out of this thing? Right? And let's see what our forefathers did. Cause hey, we might get into this situation, man. Right? You gotta eat this damn pork, right? Take off your damn fringes, shave your head and shave your beard, right? Or we gonna blow your damn brains out, right? What are you gonna do, man? Is you gonna fold, right? Or is you gonna go through that fire, right? Like the Lord said, like the Lord commanded us to do, man. Strive for the truth unto death. Stay faithful unto death, man. Right? And the Lord want to try you, man. He want to see if you're going to really be faithful unto him, man. Or you're going to be fearful, faint-hearted, right? And the Lord not going to defend you. He's not even going to be dealing with you, right? Let's see what they did. It says, Salaki, let me charge this. Salaki. Real quick. Salaki. 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 Right? Going back to Daniel chapter 3 and verse 16, it says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. Right? So, hey, they saying, hey, the Lord gonna deliver us, man. Hey, we not worried about nothing that you saying, man. Hey, the Lord gonna save us out of this thing, man. And to save us out of your hand, right? It says, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Right? So they saying, hey, if the Lord don't save us, hey, we gonna get we gonna be martyrs in this thing, right? We ain't gonna fold, right? We ain't gonna denounce the name of the Lord, and we gonna be martyrs, right? We gonna die if the Lord don't save us, right? Let me read another one. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace, man. Right? Hey, so they going through that fire. They finna go through that fire, right? Hey, they stay faithful, man, right? They're going through that fire, and let's see what the Lord did for them, right? Because like we read earlier, I read in Sirach chapter 2 and verse 10 on down, right? And the Lord delivers those that stay faithful unto him, right? Those that actually believe on him, right? He'll deliver you out of the trouble to come. It says, where was I at? Verse 21, Daniel 3 and 21. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosens, and their hats, and their undergarments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took out Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And you see how the Lord worked, right? Nebuchadnezzar told the men to turn the fire up, right? And those men that put Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego on the fire, and they died, man, right? And the Lord already working on their side. Check this out. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace, right? It says, then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished and rose up in haste, man, right? And spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the furnace, right? Okay, they thinking they dead, man. All right, did we throw these men into the furnace? What the hell is going on, right? He got up in haste. I mean, quickly, man. He said, they answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. He said he seen 4 men walking loose in the midst of the fire, and they got no hurt. Right? And the Lord can do that, man. Right? Like I was saying earlier, you could be in the damn guillotine, and the thing just suddenly just break. The blade just fall off back. Hey, the Lord can do anything, man. It says, they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of the Most High. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire, man. Right? So, hey, the Lord delivered them out of that thing. Right? They were still in the fire, man. Right? With their clothes on. If you read on, right? None of their clothes was burnt. Right? They hosings, right? They garments, right? And the Lord delivered them out of that thing. Why? Because they didn't denounce the name of the Lord. They said, we're not bowing down to your golden images. We're not bowing down to what the hell you got going on, right? And we not going, and that's how brothers got to move in a time of affliction, right? We not bowing down. Let me get this precept real quick, Shalaki. Let me get this precept. We don't give a damn about what the hell you got going on, man. Shalaki. Classic 2, the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than man, right? So we're going to obey the Most High rather than man. We don't give a damn what you put in front of us, what you tell us to do, right? That's going against the words of the Lord. And we're not going to do it, right? We're going to stay faithful unto death, right? Even if you got to put us to death, we're going to stay faithful because the Lord going to deliver us. Just like he delivered Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man, right? So I read more on that. I'm going to read verse 28. Daniel chapter 3 and verse 28. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him. Let me read that again. And delivered his servants that trusted in him, right? And he'll deliver you if you actually trust in him, man. Actually believing in the name of the Lord, man. Actually calling on the name of the Lord. Because we read in the three holy children, and they was calling on the name of the Lord, man. Praising the Most High, right? And they didn't denounce the name of the Lord. Cursing the Most High, right? Tempting the Most High, man, right? And they actually trusted in the Most High. Let me keep reading on that. And have changed the king's word and gilded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any God except their own God, man, right? And that's what we trying to do. We trying to serve our own God, man. We're not gonna bow down to these damn false gods, these damn idols, man. Right? We're gonna keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We're gonna strive for the truth unto death. Right? Let me get this other precept. I'm going to another account about forefathers. All right, Salakia. Like this real quick. Back in this thing. Let's get another account, man. Hey, if brothers ain't read Second Maccabees, man, brothers got to get into this thing. All right, I'm gonna bring it out. It's the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6, and verse number 18. It says, Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. They say he tried to open this man's mouth and shove pork down his throat. Right? It was a damn account of a kid in high school, right? He played on the damn football team. They was in the damn gymnasium for I don't know why, right? But they told this man, hey, you either eat this pepperoni pizza or you off the team. Right? They set a damn whole box of pepperoni pizza on the table, right? And told him, hey, eat this pizza or you off the team, man. Right? And the brother, I don't know if he was knowing the truth, right? I don't know if he really believed in this thing, right? But he kind of picked the damn pepperoni off and ate it, man. Trying to stay on the team, right? And you can't do that, man. You got to strive for the truth unto death. And we're going to see what the brother Eleazar did, our forefather, right? I'm going to read it again. Second Maccabees chapter 6 verse 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes and aged men, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously right? He chose rather to die gloriously, man, than to eat that damn pork that the Lord told us that we can't do in the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7 on down, man, right? It says, but he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, right? Because pork is a damn abomination. He don't want to be stained with that damn sin. What do? Spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment, right? So he came to the torment itself. Like, hey, y'all might well just put me to death, man, right? I'm a martyr in this thing. I'm not eating no damn pork. He spit it out and said, come on, kill me then, right? Hey, that's the spirit brothers got to be moving in those days. And I'm going to jump down to verse number 26, right? It says, for though the present time I shall be the, let me get this precept real quick, right? Because that's what's gonna be happening, man. Jacob Trouble kick off. Hey, they're gonna be really doing that thing. Let me bring this out. It says, the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse number 68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, right? And they shall take away certain of you, right? They might take you away to these damn government facilities, damn FEMA camp, right? Who God knows what the hell is gonna be going on, man. It says, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols, man. Try to offer you a damn pulled pork sandwich, damn alligator, damn. God knows what Esau wanted to feed you, right? Might give you a damn plate of what Moab eat, squid. Like, we already know what type of crazy stuff they eat, man, right? And they said they're going to feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden overfoot, man, right? So it's going to be something that consent unto that, right? But I'm bringing this out to show you what you should do, man, right? Hey, spit it forth like Eleazar, man, right? Go into the torment, like, hey, go ahead, kill me, man. I'm a martyr in this thing, right? It's easier said than done, but hey, that's why we got to meditate on these things, right? So when we get into that position, right, we know that the Lord is going to deliver us, right? It says, 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 26, for though the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead, right? Because if you read the account, right, I jumped down, but if you read the account, it was a man that was friends with Eleazar of the other nation, right? And they wanted him to deceive his people, right, to act like he's eating pork, right? He's eating some damn chicken, but the people think it's pork, right? And the other nation want. Well, it was the damn Greeks, right? Wanted Eleazar to deceive his people by making them think that he's eating pork so that they can all eat the damn pork, right? And but Eleazar said what? For though the present time I shall be delivered from the punishment of men, yet shall I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive or dead. It says, wherefore now, manfully changing this life, I will show myself such as one as my age requireth, right? Leaving a notable example, right? He wanted to leave a notable example, right? To do what? To such as be young, to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws, man. Like, hey, that's mighty. Every time I read that, man, it put a zeal on me. He said he want to leave a notable example, right? For those that's younger than him, man, and for the whole nation, right? To die, let me read that again. To die willingly, right? That's going into being a martyr, man. They willfully getting slaughtered, right? For their belief, man, right? And we believe on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? The way, the truth, and the life, man, right? The Ancient of Days, man, right? The Holy One of Terror, right? The man, the God of War, right? It says, to die willfully and courageously for the honorable and holy laws, man, right? We not eating no damn pork, right? We not denouncing the name of the Lord, right? Breaking his law, statutes, and commandments. And when he said these words, immediately he went to the torment, man, right? Let me keep reading on down. It says, they that led him changing the good will, they bear him a little before into hatred, because he foresaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that had the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, so, right, because he was going to get delivered from death. They weren't going to kill him, right, because they wanted him to deceive the people. But he said, nah, forget that, man, right? I'm going to stay 10 toes down for the name of the Lord, right? And I'm going to leave a notable example to die willfully and courageously for the laws, man, right? It says, I might have been delivered from death. Now I endure sore pains in my body by being beaten, by being beaten. But in my soul am well content to suffer these things, because I fear him. Right? He's content in his soul, right, to suffer these things, because why? He fears the Most High, man. Right? He knows that he's gonna get that crown of life. He knows he's gonna get the everlasting life. Right? It says, thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young man, right? It's not just to the young man, but what? But unto all his nation, man, right? And hey, you wanna leave a notable example, right? Hey, it might be a bunch of Israelite brothers in line for the to go into the damn guillotine, right, or the damn firing squad, or however they want to play it, man, right? And you want to be that example. You might be in front of the line, right? A brother kind of getting doubtful in his mind, right? And you want to be out there in the front, being an example, man, right? Calling on the name of the Lord, man, right? Call like Yahweh Shemi Hawashad, man, right? Saying all praise to the Most High. And the Lord gonna put words in our mouth, man. But you want to keep that faith, right? And that might boost the zeal on the next brother. Like, yeah, every year is gonna get the crown of life, man. Every year is gonna get all these things. He start meditating on the precepts. He start getting on fire, man. And he died in these things too, man. Being faithful unto death, right? Willingly to die for the holy laws, man, right? Let me get a precept real quick. Let me get this precept real quick. Right? Because you can't fear the man that's going to put us to death. Right? It says, the book of Matthew chapter 10 and verse 28. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, right? But are not able to kill the soul, right? So they can kill this flesh, right? But they can't kill this, they can't kill the spirit, right? Our spirit go back up to the Most High, right? It says, but rather fear him, right, which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, right? And only the Most High Yahweh, by Shemi Hawashad, can do that, man, right? So we don't give a damn if man put us to death, right? Whatever the hell they got to do, man, they gonna do it, man, right? But we gonna believe in the Most High on to death, man, right? Faithful unto death. Let me get another precept. Going into our forefathers, right? Real quick. This whole thing. I gotta see where I want to start, man. I'm gonna just start at 1. I'm probably gonna jump down. But this whole thing is crazy. This 2 Maccabees chapter 7. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 1. The book of 2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, right? And were tormented with scourges and whips, right? And they tried to make them taste swine's flesh. One of them to denounce the name of the Lord. One of them to break the law, statutes, and commandments, right? It says, but one of them spake first. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die. Let me read that again. We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers, man. That's fire. Hey, they said we ready to die than to transgress the word, than to transgress the laws of our fathers, man. Right? Hey, brothers gotta move in that mindset. Are you ready to die than to transgress the laws? Right? Don't you feel bad when you break these laws, statutes, and commandments? Hey, you should be on fire. Hey, ready to die right, than to break these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? So when they try to offer you this damn pork, try to offer you the damn pepperoni pizza, right? If you don't eat it, you're going to get put to death. And we don't give it down, right? Hey, don't you know that we willing to die for this thing? They don't know that. He kind of speaking smart, right? Let me read that again. It says, but one of them that spake first said thus, without ask or learn of us, like, you don't know? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers, man. That's fire. Let me jump down. I'm gonna jump down to verse number. This whole thing is crazy. I ain't gonna read the whole thing. Brothers gotta get in this thing. I'm gonna just start at 9. And when he was at the last when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest out of this present life. So let me read that again. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life. But the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life, man. Right? And that's going into the resurrection, man. Right? And I'm gonna get there after this. It says, I gotta read this whole thing. After him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon, holding forth his hand manfully, and said courageously, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them. So he put out his hand like, hey, I don't care about this flesh, man. I despise this, right, for the laws. It says, and from him I hope to receive them again. He's talking about the everlasting life. He's talking about the new body, man, right, the resurrection. He said, and so much that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he had nothing regarding the pains. Right? Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men to look for hope from the Most High to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life, man. He said you're not going to get that resurrection in life. You're going to get that resurrection to damnation, man. Right? Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt. Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of the Most High, but abide a while, and behold his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed, man. Right? So hey, you see how all these brothers, they keeping the faith, man. They knowing what we gonna receive, man. Right? They don't care about this flesh. They willing to be a martyr for the laws and Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. Right? And let me get this precept real quick. They was going into how they knew they would get the resurrection, man. Let me get that real quick. The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, for the Lord himself, right? It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High. And the dead and the Mashiach shall rise first, right? So he said the dead and the Mashiach, they gonna rise first, man, right? Those that got slain for the word, those that stayed 10 toes down, those that were faithful unto death, strive for the truth unto death, right? They gonna rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, right? Talking about the chariots, right? To meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord, man. And we gonna ever be with the Lord, man, right? Those that get beamed up, right? Those that get chosen, man, right? And we gonna have dominion in the kingdom, man. Right? So that's what the brothers was, the 7 brothers in 2 Maccabees chapter 7, right? They knew that we gonna get the resurrection of life, right? They knew that, hey, if we get put to death, right, stay truthful unto death, man, and we gonna get this resurrection. I don't give a damn about this flesh. Hey, you can cut my hands off. You can cut my flesh, or you can torment me, right? I don't give a damn, right? Hey, don't you know that we willing to die for these laws, man? You don't know that, right? Hey, that's the spirit brothers got to be moving in. Let me get another precept on the resurrection. right? Because he said we're going to get the resurrection of life, but you ain't going to get that, man. Speaking to the other nation, you ain't going to get that resurrection of life. Putting to death, killing the damn Lord's prophets, man. Let me get that. John chapter 5 and verse 28, right? The book of John chapter 5 and verse 28, it says, marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in the which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice, right? And shall come forth they that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation, man. Right? So you're gonna get the resurrection of life, right? Meaning you're gonna get beamed up, you're gonna get delivered, right? You're gonna get the resurrection of damnation. Meaning you're gonna get obliterated with the noose, man. That's gonna hit, right? And it's gonna be the lake of fire, right? They got one more precept on that. Actually, we can drop that. Let me get this real quick. The book of Mark, chapter 6, and verse number 17. Right? This is another account, right? It says, I'm gonna start at 17. It said the book of St. Mark chapter 6 and verse 17. For Herod himself has sent forth and laid hold upon John, right, and bound him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife, for he had married her, and that's off his hell, right? And that's what John and jammed up for, man. That's why he in prison, right? Because damn Herod wanted his brother's wife, man. And let's see what John said to him. For John had said unto Herod, it is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife, man. Right? He's standing 10 toes down for the law. So it's not lawful for you to have her, man. And that's your brother's wife, right? And that's off. Let me get this real quick. He don't give a damn. He didn't care that was the king, right? He gonna say what it is, man. Hey, if Joe Biden came to camp, we gonna tell him what it is. We don't give a damn. Right? This is the book of Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 16. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife, for it is thy brother's nakedness. Right? So you can't be dealing with your damn brother's wife, man. That's off. Right? And John was telling the King Herod, right, which had providence over Judea, right? Well, he wasn't even a damn Israelite. He had to tell him what it is, man. You going the hell off. I'll read it again. It says, Mark chapter 6, verse 18. For John had said unto Herod, it is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife. Right? Therefore Herodias had a quarrel against him and would have killed him, but she could not. Right? Going the hell off. She wanted to kill John because she wanted to be a damn adulterer. Right? It says, for Herod feared John, knowing that he was a just man and a holy, and observed him. And when he heard him, he did many things and heard him gladly. And when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his lords, high captains, and chief estates of Galilee. And when the daughter of the said Herodias came in and danced and pleased Herod, and them that sat with him, the king said unto the damsel, ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it thee. And he swore unto her, whatsoever thou shalt ask of me, I will give it thee, unto the half of my kingdom. And she went forth and said unto her mother, what shall I ask? Right? She went and go ask the mother that was dealing with Herod, hey, what should I ask? And we already know what the hell she wanted to do. She already wanted to kill him a couple verses up, right? It says, and she said, the head of John the Baptist, man, right? Let's see what happened. And she came in straightway with haste unto the king and asked, saying, I will that thou give me by and by in a charger the head of John the Baptist. And the king was exceedingly sorrowed, yet for his oath's sake, and for their sakes which sat with him, he would not reject her. And immediately the king sent an executioner and commanded his head to be brought. And he went in and beheaded him in the prison. Right? So, John got put to death. Why? For speaking this truth, man. They telling them, hey, you going the hell off. You can't have your brother's wife, man. Right? Hey, and he didn't fold. He didn't say, okay, I'm sorry, right? Hey, he got beheaded, man, right? Hey, brothers might get beheaded in this thing, right? For speaking this truth, man. Hey, but that's what come with it. You got to deal with that, man. Right? You can't fold in the day of affliction, man, right? When all hell break loose, right? Because, Yahweh Shai, he got put to death for this thing, man, right? Hey, our Lord and our Savior, hey, the King, man, right? The one that's going to be judging the whole earth, man, right? The Son of the Most High, right? And he died for us, man, right? Let me get this down. Let me get this. The book of John, chapter 15 and verse number 13, right? It says, greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends, right? And didn't Yahweh Shai lay down his life for his friends, right? And he was friends with the disciples, right? Hey, we his people, man, right? And he laid down his life for who? Let me get the precept. Right? Not for the whole world. This is the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse, I'm going to start at 31. Actually, I'm going to start at 30. It says, the God of our fathers raised up Yahweh Shai, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree, right? Him have the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins, right? So he laid down his life for the nation of Israel, man. Laid down his life for his friends, man, right? Hey, Yahweh Shai did these things, right? Let me get another precept. Because the Lord said, strive for the truth unto death. Hey, the Lord was the truth. Yahweh Shai was the truth, man. Right? He was the word. That's the book of John chapter 1 and verse 1. But let me get this. It says, the book of John chapter 14 and verse 6. It says, Yahweh Shai saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Man, hey, look, Yahweh Shai was the way. He was the truth and the life. He is the way, the truth, and the life, man. Right? It says, no man cometh unto the Father but by me, man. Right? So, hey, the Lord, he laid down his life, right, for us to get back to the Father, man. Right? And it said, no greater love than this, than a man laid down his life for his friend, man. Right? Let me get another precept. It's the book of Romans, chapter 5 and verse 6. It says, for when we were yet without strength, in due time, Mashiach died for the ungodly, man. Right? He died for the damn ungodly, right? The damn sodomites, the damn drug dealers and the whoremongers and the harlots, hey, the damn adulteress, right? And he died for the ungodly, man, right? So that they can lead us back to the Most High, so we can believe on his Son, right? So that we can start believing on the Most High, man, right? It says, for scarcely for a righteous man will one die, right? It says scarcely for a righteous man will one die, right? But the Lord, he died for the ungodly, right? That's love, man. It says scarcely will a man die for a godly man, right? A righteous man, right? It says, yet peradventure for a good man, some would even dare to die. They wouldn't even dare to die for just a good man, right? How much more of an ungodly man would you die? All right? It says, but the Most High commanded his love towards us, and that while we were yet sinners, Hamashiach died for us, right? Much more then, being now justified by his blood, we shall be saved from wrath through him, man, right? So we'll get saved from the wrath through believing in his Son, Hamashiach Umalaki Hawashai, who blood now covers us, right? Now we can come back to the Father because he gave us grace through his Son, man, right? Hey, but it's prophesied that some of us going to have to die just like he died for us, man, right? I'm getting another precept. Look at Matthew chapter 26. Book of Matthew chapter 26 and verse number 39. It says, and he went a little farther and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Right? And what's that cup? And that cup is affliction, man, right? And the Lord, he had things that he had to fulfill, man. He had affliction that he had to go through, right? And brothers, they got different cups, man, right? Brother cup might be, right, this the cup. Brother cup might be this full, right? Other brother's cup might be this full, right? Almost falling off the damn lip of the cup, man, right? Hey, brothers got different cups that they gotta drink, man, right? And whatever cup you got, man, you gotta drink it, right? You can't pour something out back in the sink, right? Pouring it out on the damn sidewalk, right? And you gotta drink that thing, right? You gotta deal with it, right? Yahweh Shai said what? And he went a little farther and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "Oh my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me," right? Because the Lord, nobody wants to deal with the affliction, right? But what? What did the Lord say? Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt, man, right? He said, hey, let your will be done, man. If I gotta deal with it, so be it, man. I'm gonna do it, cause it's your will, man. If you want to pass the cup, you're gonna pass the cup. But hey, if this is what you want me to do, I'm gonna do it, man. Right? That's the spirit we gotta be moving in, like Yahweh Shai was moving in. He said, "Let the will of the Father be done," man. And he was sent out on a mission, man, by the Most High. Just like now we sent out on a mission, right? Get another precept. Get a couple more, and I'm gonna close out. 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. And it reads, it says, "For even hereunto we are called, because of Mashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye shall follow his steps," man. Right? So hey, he left us an example, right? To follow his steps. Right? Just like all our forefathers, they left us examples to follow. Hey, Yahweh Shai, hey, he left us examples to follow, man. Right? To abstain from evil, man. To not walk in the flesh, but walk in the spirit. Because the flesh is death, but the spirit is life, man. Hey, we gotta follow his steps. Hey, brothers might have to die in this thing, right? He said, Lord, let your will be done. Yeah, I want this cup to pass from me, but nevertheless, let thy will be done, man. Not as I will, but as thy will, right? Hey, that's the spirit brothers got to be moving in, right? Let me get one more, and I'm gonna close it out. Because the whole point is brothers got to be having faith in these last days, right? And understand that these things prophesied that say some of us got to die for this thing, man, right? And it all boils down to is you going to stay 10 toes down and believe in the Lord, that the Lord's going to save you, right? That the Lord's going to deliver you out of the affliction, right? Are you going to trust in the Lord, right? Is you going to call on the name of the Lord? Let me get this real quick. I'm going to get two more and I'm going to close out. So this is what you got to do in a time of affliction, man. It's a classic also, right? But brothers gotta remember this, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 15. And call upon me in the day and call upon me in the day of trouble, I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. And the Lord said, hey, he'll deliver you if you call upon him in the day of trouble, man. Right? Not denouncing his name and going about your own way, man. Leaning on your own understanding. Denouncing the name of the Lord. Falling into the hands of men, right? Then you're going to fall into the hands of the Lord, which is going to destroy you, right? Let me get this other precept. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth unto it and is safe. Right? Hey, the name of the Lord, when you call upon it, it's a strong tower, man. Right? A tower that can't get destructed, man. A tower that can't fall down. Right? You can run. You call on the name of the Lord, you running unto him. Right? And you safe, man. And you good from the affliction. You good from the persecution, man. Right? And the Lord's going to deliver you out of those things. Right? Even though some brothers got to be a martyr. Right? But you still going to get delivered and get the crown on your head, man. And get rose up in the resurrection unto life and not unto damnation. Right? So let me get this last one, then I'm going to close out. The book of Acts, chapter 20 and verse 24. And it reads, it says, but none of these things move me, neither count I my life dear unto myself. Hey, Paul said he don't even count his life dear unto himself, man. right? Ain't none of these things gonna move me. It says, so that I might finish my course with joy, right? And you gotta finish your course with joy, man, right? And the ministry which I have received of the Lord of Mashiach, to testify the gospel of the grace of the Most High, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, man, right? So, hey, the whole point of this video, man, is to exhort the brothers that, hey, you might have to die for this thing, right? But it's a greater reward, hey, for staying 10 toes down, to actually believe, right? To actually be a martyr in this thing. You're going to get that crown of life. You're going to get that everlasting life, right? You're going to get that dominion. You're going to get that rulership, right? Because the Lord promised us these things for those that actually believe in him and believe in his son, Yahushua, man, right? So with that, I'm going to close out, giving, of course, all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach, woman like Yahushua. Lord willing, brothers, sisters, was edified, man, right? I exhort y'all to continue to pray, fast, read, repent, study, right? And stay truthful, man. And stay faithful, man, into this truth. And serve the Lord with sincerity, man, right? We in the last days, all hell breaking loose. Hey, brothers got to be repenting, right? Calling on the name of the Lord 10 times more than they ever did, man, right? So with that, Shalom and the Kwanya Sarala.